Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 178 for August 19th, 2026, and I am Nemesis, joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Well, for one thing, that was actually kind of a weird surprise for me out of nowhere, which is, wait, why is My Hero Academia have a new episode?
Wait, what?
Oh, it's a 6-minute epilogue to the epilogue.
You just can't let it go.
It's like, just let it end, guys. So I watched it real quick, and yeah, it's just about Aerie, which is nice, and her singing a song. Yeah, it was all right. Nothing amazing, but it's only 6 minutes long, so yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I've been mostly keeping up with the stuff for the season. I'm a little behind on I Want to Love You to Your Dying Day. I'm a little behind on that one. I'm not fully caught up, but I did watch a little bit more since last time. But yeah, Chainsmoker Cat kept up with Chainsmoker Cat and Good Girls Don't Play Fighting Games. Got caught up in both of those. Chainsmoker Cat kind of weird because Chainsmoker Cat in the last few episodes kind of got some weird serious parts.
Oh.
Kind of about the beast folk there, and kind of hitting you over the head with, yeah, they're kind of second-class citizens.
Yeah.
Including the weird scene where they're playing the game of life, and I drew doctor. Except I'm a beast folk, so I have to get a minimum wage job.
Oh.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like, that kind of might add a little bit of a dimension to the main character's smoking habit.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones, almost every single one of them seem to have some sort of bad habit of some sort. Weird.
Yeah.
The other thing is the Good Girls Don't Play Fighting Games one is that's there's a plot point with Evo now. They're at Evo, Japan. I'm like, oh right, yeah, that's a thing. And also right, Evo is now owned by the Saudi royal family.
Yep. That's a whole thing.
Along with EA and SNK.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not great.
And the other thing was, when we talked about it, I said something about, in the manga they were playing Street Fighter V or whatever. I wasn't entirely correct. I misremembered what happened was in the manga they're playing a made-up fighting game for the manga. However, you look at it, it's really just Street Fighter with the name filed off, which is why I remembered it as Street Fighter.
Yeah,
because it really is just Street Fighter. Wink, it's not Street Fighter. Wink.
It's almost like McDonald's or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now they have the license. So, because the other thing, they also showed other fighting games by names, like Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, that's a big
on
one.
There.
Yeah.
And Tekken.
I was about to say, Tekken's like the other, like it's Street Fighter and Tekken are the two.
Yeah, at least over here. They're showing the other fighting games. And I think, I don't remember, but yeah, they showed like a couple fighting games in the thing. It's like, oh crap, they didn't just do Street Fighter for this. That's neat.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, also other stuff happened, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, but yeah. I haven't fully caught up on I'm like 2 episodes behind on the Well-View to Dying Day, but still some things happening there too. There's a couple other things I need to also catch up on, and I guess start catching up on because like, oh man, I'm hearing about Goodbye Laura. It's like, oh, what's going on with that? Goodbye Laura, stuff's going on with that one, and there's a couple other ones this season where it's like, yeah, you need to watch this. Okay, fine, I'll get around to it.
Put it on the list.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's about it I can think of.
Apparently, there's going to be an anime on Disney for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
that's the thing that got announced recently too.
I don't care about Kingdom Hearts.
A lot of people really do, though.
I know.
A lot of people really do.
I just can't bring myself to care.
But it is a thing. Apparently, that's happening. Anime world.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here to talk about that stuff. We're here to talk about, like we said last time, Senki Zesho's Symphogear.
Symphogear.
Or just Symphogear, yes.
We finally watched Symphogear. At least
yes, part of it. We're watching season 1, which is just no extra letters at the end. Yeah, this premiered in January of 2012. So it's kind of old now.
It's not that old. It was only a couple years ago, right?
It's 14 years ago.
It's just a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, just like someone mentioned this today, Sonic Mania. That one has turned 10 years this year.
Sonic Mania.
Throwback.
Yeah, I bought the I guess legendary, if you want to call it, the big collector's edition.
That turned 10 this year.
Man, I need a cane.
Yeah. Here's another thing that really hurt you. Halo 3 turns 20 next year.
Should hurt you as well.
Yeah, but I already made peace with that.
Did you really? Did you really?
Yes.
No, the part we're making peace is Microsoft still being stupid. We can't buy the new Halo.
Yeah, I want to play it, but I can't. Not if I want to actually have moral integrity.
Yep.
That's the part that sucks. Anyway, Symphogear though.
Yes,
Getting back to
Symphogear, the
that.
thing we're actually supposed to talk about.
Yes, getting back to Symphogear. Symphogear, before we get into the meat of it, it's kind of the anime nonsense in the best way.
Yeah, that's a
There
decent
is
way to
some
describe
goofy
it.
nonsense. Unfortunately, there's a bit of fan servicey stuff, which is a little because they're underage, so it's kind of
They're
like
high
that.
school age, and
Yeah.
kind of skimpy outfits sometimes, and
Well,
they're
Not really, most of them, it's not the
Not-
skimpy outfits, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get into it in a little bit. But yeah, but overall, it's kind of goofy, and if you're willing to accept its goofier nature, it's pretty fun.
yeah.
And it's a fun, weird, magical girl with like pseudo mecha elements.
Yeah, that's like what like genre do you want to put this in? You can't because it takes a lot of others.
It's mostly magical girl-ish, but yeah.
Yeah, they do the magical girl transformation, but it's armor suits that they get.
Kind of, sort of.
Sorta.
It's that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Kinda
but it
getting
looks
to-
mecha.
Getting into mecha musume type of
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, that's what it's
Girl
like.
with robot bits attached to her.
Yep.
It's also there's definitely also, by the way, yeah, there's definitely some lots of bits of blood and violence.
Yeah, it's not like horribly gruesome. We're not talking. There's a lot like visible entrails and
Yeah, there's no,
there is blood because
yeah, but there's
things
no
are
like
getting
dismemberment
shot
or
and
anything.
punched and whatnot. It happens.
Yeah, but kind of in the kind of what you kind of expect for this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not in line with that. Getting into actual nitty gritty, though, it starts off with actually just kind of a concert. Well, actually, starts off with in the future with a girl grieving over a grave because there's her friend dead.
Supposedly, well, the grave, a friend of her. Yeah, the grave of a friend.
Dead. Is it? Well, it's actually
Why'd you have
because
to
it's Japan. It's
die?
actually, I think it's a memorial because
Yeah,
or a shrine, I think.
yeah.
Regardless.
It's like, yeah,
So, but then we flash back to a concert where her and her friend, this girl who started off as Kohinata Miku was the one who was grieving, and then the friend she was grieving over is Hibiki Tachibana. And it flashes back to like a year prior, and they're going to a concert of Skywing. And it's the idol group, and they're performing, and they're gonna apparently there's also a little secret thing they're doing for the performance. But they're there, and then the monsters attack. Oh no!
yep. Suddenly, monsters.
Yep, the monsters. That's their.
They're called the noise.
Yep, the noise. And they then they said that the idols there they transform, and they start fighting the monsters. And the thing is, Hibiki gets hurt really bad, and then one of the idols, Kanade, winds up protecting her.
Yep.
But in the process dies because she does her ultimate symphony. Ultimate song.
The climax song, as
Yeah,
I
the
think is
ultimate
how it was being
climax,
translated as.
And she dies, and her partner there, who Tsubasa Kazanari, is left to live on, and
Devastated.
devastated a bit. Because we get cut to later. Hibiki, later, who's now attending high school with Miku there, and their roommates in very many senses of that word.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
Yeah, so eventually, the noise attacks again.
The noise.
Yeah, and then something happens to Hibiki. And she's also still following Tsubasa, who's now doing a solo career. But something happens to Hibiki, which she transforms.
She starts singing and transforms.
She's able to sing and transform, and she's trying to protect a kid. And then apparently now she's been brought into this little pseudo secret Japanese government group people who are doing the Symphogear program.
Yep.
Because she's one of them now. And Tsubasa initially doesn't like this because you can't. How dare you replace Kanade?
Yep. How
And,
dare you have that armor? That's not yours.
That's not yours. It's not yours. How dare you? And but eventually he learns to accept her after a bit of drama and fighting.
Yeah, a little bit of fighting.
Yeah, there's a big problem. Which the big problem is there's someone apparently controlling the noise and stuff, and there's someone who's attacking them and stuff.
Oh yeah, and then they get attacked.
They get attacked by another girl, and then there's a naked woman who's apparently
It was a naked woman.
there's a naked woman who's controlling this girl, and it turns out this is wild what actually happens is as they're fighting these the noise and stuff, and then it finds out, okay, so like the naked woman is a reincarnation of a priestess who was around during the Tower of Babel. And
Yep.
the whole reason for the Tower of Babel was apparently this woman was down bad for God.
Oh, yeah.
And she wanted to basically be with him. And then God rejected her pretty harsh with the whole Tower of Babel story. If you don't know, Tower of Babel is, when humanity tries to build a tower to the heavens and then to prevent them from working together, God messes up their languages, and now they're all speaking different languages. It's a biblical explanation, quote unquote, of why we all speak different languages.
Yes.
And she resents that, but also still is down bad for him. And her whole thing is she wants to still get with God. So what she's going to do is, apparently, it's a weird thing of she's going to shoot the moon, because apparently the moon is the thing that's holding this quote unquote curse in place.
Yes.
So she's going to blow up the moon, but in the process, the moon being destroyed is going to cause mass devastation to the earth, and she's going to take control in the process of that.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird. Anime nonsense.
Anime nonsense.
Yep.
She's going to shoot the moon. It's a giant particle cannon. She's building a secret because she actually was secretly working with the good guys as Ryoko Sakurai.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually secret. We're going right under the noses and whatnot. And also that one girl who initially attacked them eventually joins them, although after a lot of tsundereing around.
Oh, yeah, a lot of tsundere.
And then they stop the particle cannon from completely destroying the moon. They just blows a chunk off, and then she kind of is able to pull the chunk in to basically hit the earth to still cause devastation. They fight her anyway, and then they defeat her, but then they have to go into space and blow up the chunk, and it looks like they died, and that's where we get to surprise. Actually, no, they're not dead. They just had to be in hiding for a while for some reason.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the entirety. Also, there's a whole bit of thing. There's a bit of thing where Miku and Hibiki were fighting. We're kind of in a bit of a spat because Miku, Hibiki was keeping secrets from Miku, and then Miku finds out about it. And still mad about it, even though it's like Hibiki literally was told it's kind of important she keeps the secret. And
yeah, it's just teenage drama.
So the whole thing, beyond that, it's a whole thing again. Like the whole magical transformation. Yeah, Tsubasa is like the very much the veteran.
Yes,
she's the veteran of the new group, whichever, because she's been fighting for a while. She was also lost her partner.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, her whole thing is her big thing is swords. She fights with swords.
Yes,
swords in her hands, swords on her feet.
It's
big
a weird
sword
design,
gets bigger.
Yeah.
Sword gets really big. Sword so big that the handle itself is as big as she is.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So it's swords.
Buster sword. It's a standard Buster sword.
Well, I don't think the Buster sword's that big. And the Hibiki, the thing is, the armor she inherited was supposed to be a spear. She couldn't seem to summon the spear. She knew about it because, the person who saved her died, and she saw it from her fighting. But yeah, she can't seem to summon the spear. At first, she's kind of feeling a little guilty and stuff, and she finds out the reason is like bits of the thing. So the Symphogears, they're like based off ancient artifacts, which they can't replicate the technology behind them because they don't know how it works. And apparently, that priestess girl was, actually, there's a whole thing which she reincarnates, and every single time she does, it creates a huge technological boon. Because she reincarnates the various people throughout history, causes technological boons to happen.
Yep, because she's trying to build
the particle cannon.
Because she wants
so she can
piss on the moon.
God. So she can mac on God.
Yep.
Again, anime nonsense. Imagine that.
Just
being so into someone you're going to blow up the moon.
Even though
you got rejected already.
It's not like you're not going to get rejected again.
We might get rejected harder.
Yeah.
So based on the different artifacts, they only have so many complete ones. They found some, like there's another one that was a sword. There was a sword they found. And
yeah, there was the sword that they had on hand that, there was a whole thing when it was, it's going to be transported. And then there was the attack. And
was the sword Durandal?
Yeah, it was Durandal.
Durandal, yeah. Yeah, they use a lot of Norse and German.
Yep.
Because that's the thing in Japan, that's the thing if you want to be, the chunios and whatnot, the chunis will use German because it sounds cool.
I mean, it's not wrong.
And then Norse also kind of sounds cool.
Not wrong.
Words like Gungnir,
Mjolnir,
yeah,
Durandal.
Exactly.
Yggdrasil, if you want a tree.
That's the other thing is, Tsubasa, still holding that whole.
She's got a grudge.
Yeah, because she just doesn't like Hibiki.
You replaced
initially.
her.
Yeah, Hibiki's, that's the whole thing. Hibiki's got literally like the bits of the artifact went into her body during the fight at the concert.
Yep, because Kanade got shot.
Yeah.
And the bullet went through Kanade into Hibiki and took pieces of it with her.
Yeah, so those pieces are near her heart, which is why she's able to transform into her self, her weird self.
Yeah, and that was one of the interesting ones with Kanade too. How they made that work.
Yeah, because she like forced it.
Yeah, they did something to her that forced her to have the ability.
Yeah, she kept, and then she went. Yeah, I'm just gonna inject myself again anyway, even though it's super dangerous. And she's like vomiting blood, and she's able to do it finally.
Yep, because she's
I think she lost her family to the noise, and she's all hell bent on getting revenge.
Yep.
And Tsubasa was just kind of a natural. Because the thing, there's a compatibility thing, and Tsubasa was naturally compatible. They forced herself to be compatible, and apparently Hibiki's naturally compatible too.
Yep. But because she's got it embedded, so it's a little bit different. Because normally, like Tsubasa and Kanade at the time, they wore
like
little pendants that was the partial remnants of the artifact that would give them their power. But Hibiki's got it embedded.
Yeah, so she could just transform.
Although sometimes I see when she transforms, she's still got the necklace too, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When they transform, they have to sing.
Yeah,
and they're singing pretty much almost the entire time they're fighting, which is kind of an interesting little twist. So they're actually singing and everything. Each have their own unique songs.
Yep.
And the other thing, Hibiki, she is a very happy person in general. She's a very kind and friendly. She wants to befriend,
optimistic.
She wants to befriend everybody.
Yep.
Which is why it hurts her so much when Tsubasa seems to reject her.
Yep.
Heck, she even at the end, that's the whole thing. She kind of tries to befriend the villain.
Yep.
Kind of does. It's that weird thing you see sometimes where the villain gets a redemption they don't really earn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she didn't really redeem herself. She says, "I regret nothing."
Yeah.
I don't regret anything. But yeah, even when she's losing.
Yep.
Yeah, she kind of lost at the end. It's like, because she was losing, so she had her big, middle finger. I'm gonna just go, okay, fine. I'm gonna just pull this chunk of the moon down.
If I can't win, neither can you.
They even acknowledge she'll be back in some way because she's going to reincarnate eventually. And Hibiki kind of implores her to just kind of, do the right thing next time. And she's like, okay, I will. It's like, okay, sure, I guess.
Because,
Hibiki just has that sort of, she's just good at that, I guess.
Just so nice and so kind, you can't stay evil around her.
I guess not.
And we just look at Chris.
Yeah, her and Chris. Yes, Chris was the girl they initially fought, and Chris was like, Chris was initially wearing some weird armor, which showed a lot of underboob.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so much so, it's like, where's your nipples? That doesn't make sense.
Like, there's something
is it pulling them up that high? Oh, all right, sure, whatever.
I guess you can.
She was wearing that because they're fighting her, and they actually start to win against her, and then she's like, fine, I hate singing, but I'll do it. And, oh, hey, she's got her own Symphogear.
Yep.
Oh, crap.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then, naked Lady Fine takes the armor for herself because she needed it anyway. And now she's integrating into her body, so she can't be killed because she's constantly regenerating.
Yep. Yeah, and the whole thing about having a full artifact instead of just the partial artifacts that the other gears have.
And basically, she keeps calling their Symphogears just toys.
Toys.
Side effects. They're nothing to me.
Yep.
And, they weren't so nothing after all.
You lost.
Yeah, the other thing is, because she was hiding there as one of the scientist lady, Ryoko, right? It turns out, she reincarnated. What happens is she reincarnates when the energy from the artifacts activates, I guess. So when that happens, all of a sudden she wakes up and takes over Ryoko's body.
Yep.
And I guess that means Ryoko's been dead for years, essentially. But yeah, because of that, she's using her position in this organization to more or less work right under their noses, because they're like, where's this part of saying she needed to build a tower? Where could she possibly build a tower?
Underground.
The elevator we use to get down to the underground base.
That's all painted funny colors and everything.
Crap.
The
base is right under the school that Hibiki goes to, and Tsubasa. Tsubasa is a famous idol, but she also still goes to school.
Yep.
So she's now wearing the armor too, but mostly she was running around naked for a while, but then she's wearing the armor. But yeah. Oh my god, that also reminds me. She's working with Americans, because Americans really, because that's the other thing is, I've seen this in several shows. The Japanese have this special thing. Only they figure out how to do the Symphogear thing. No one else has it, so everyone wants what the Japanese have. And
yep. Yep.
including the Americans who really want this. And of course, yeah, they're speaking English.
It's the
It
worst
is
English.
a valiant attempt.
Oh.
It is really
It's rough.
rough.
It's rough.
Like, for her, sure, it kind of makes sense she'd have maybe, heavily accented and rough English, but the other person shouldn't sound like they're having a hard time speaking English because they're supposed to be American.
Yeah.
But whatever, it doesn't matter because it's made for Japanese audiences and they're not going to really notice. Just like we probably wouldn't notice that much if, the Japanese was rough.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. But oof, that one was rough.
Yeah. That's the other thing is their kind of boss, Genjiro Kanzanari. He's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude.
Because he doesn't have any, technically doesn't have any special abilities yet. He's like got this mastery of martial arts to the point he can actually fight a Symphogear person one-on-one.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Because it seems like he does have some ability. Because they do talk about like some sort of like spiritual thing or something or other.
Yeah.
Because they do talk about that. Because he uses it to fight. Because one of the other things when fighting the noise, if one of the noises even touches you, you just crumble into dust.
Yeah.
The Symphogear gives them power so they can actually fight one-on-one and they don't crumble into dust.
Because that's the thing, the noise are also impervious to conventional weapons.
Yes. And it's weird because whenever the Symphogears show up and they sing, there's like an energy wave that blasts around, that blasts out, that hits the noise and changes them. Then they can be hurt.
Yeah.
It's something they mention offhanded, but you see it anytime they trains. There's this wave that goes across that hits them. But yeah, Genjiro, he fights the noise, but he fights them indirectly.
Yeah.
So when stuff happens, he's like, stamps on the ground to kick a rock up and has the rock go and hit them or whatnot. So he's never actually directly in contact, but his abilities let him.
But he's fought the simple
still defend and fight,
and whatnot too.
Yeah.
And he also trained Hibiki in hand-to-hand combat after realizing, oh crap, she doesn't have a weapon.
So yeah, Hibiki just punches.
Because that was the thing was like, Chris there tried to kidnap Hibiki because initially like you're fighting and it's like, oh, she's here for Hibiki because Hibiki's specialness with the whole embedded shards thing. And, the villainess wanted those things because he wanted to figure that out because he wanted to integrate that armor into herself.
Yep.
Which she eventually does. And that was the whole thing there. And that's when Genjiro trains her. And that's the cool thing is the armor adapts to her fighting style because not only is she punching, she's fighting with, hands and feet and everything, martial arts style, but now her armor has these pile drivers built in so she can cock them back. So when she hits, it does another hit.
Yeah, and she's got that energy thing. She like forms an energy ball, throws it into her fist, loads it, and then just blasts.
And she also has like ones like in her legs so she can launch herself in the air and stuff like that too. It's really neat.
Yep, it is really neat.
Yeah, it also causes problems with Miku, her roommate, who, again, they have bunk beds and everything in the dorm room, but they never ever use both beds. They almost always use the same bed.
Yep.
Yeah, Hibiki and Miku kind of are like...
They're the bestest of friends.
The bestest. Super best friends.
But not those ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of poked my head in. I didn't read anything because, there's still 4 more seasons. But yeah, they're definitely a very common ship.
Yes, I mean, it pretty much, as far as I can tell, that's supposed to be that way. They're absolutely supposed to be.
It's heavily implied that those two, like the way they look at each other while like hugging each other in bed and everything. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
There is
no heterosexual explanation for this.
That's the thing. It's just so neat that Hibiki is kind of becomes the de facto leader, even though it's that thing. They know the young upstart becomes the de facto leader, even though she, by all means, it's like Tsubasa should be probably the leader, but no.
Yeah, the thing is, Tsubasa's kind of after the death of Kanade, Tsubasa just went just locked down, just closed up.
Yep.
She went from the kind of shy, kind of quiet, because she was a little shy and quiet, because Kanade was very much the, no, we're doing this now, had the gumption, had the
Tsubasa
go.
just glares at everyone now.
Yeah, and after that, she just got so hurt and damaged, she just closes off, I'm just a sword.
Yep.
I'm just a tool to do a job.
Yep.
Which means kind of she lost some of that passion. And Hibiki comes in with this passion of, I want to save people.
And that's the other thing is with Hibiki as well, because the armor, the artifact is embedded in herself. There's a little bit of potential side effect when she goes a little too hard with her fighting.
Yeah.
She kind of goes to berserker mode, which becomes a shadowy thing with red eyes and just starts attacking.
Anything?
We saw it a couple times, and the villain, this, Fine actually intentionally gets it going.
Yeah, and then the whole
and then
thing
kind of
Durandal.
toying with her for a while, and then Tsubasa trying to get her snap out of it, and Hibiki sees Tsubasa and berserking, so she starts attacking Tsubasa.
Yep.
And eventually, yeah, there's a whole thing there where she gets her out of it for a while, but yeah, Hibiki then has the oh no.
Yep.
What have I done? Oh no, yeah.
Yep. Because, one of the first times we see it, I think it was actually like the second time we see it, was with Durandal.
Yeah.
Brings it out.
Yeah,
and
she
just
use it.
Uses the sword to just completely level multiple buildings.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing was that's when that's one of the first times you noticed that something off with Ryoko, because she's able to do things that a person shouldn't be able to do.
Puts up a shield.
Yep. To protect the Durandal.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, it's the first time that's like something's up there, and then sure enough, there was definitely something up.
There was something up.
Now, the other thing was, that Miku and the other, like some of the other class people, including the girl who's like, this is, he kept talking about, this is not like an anime.
Yumi Itaba. With the little.
Yeah, they kind of were able to get on the school's PA system and give Hibiki more of a reinvigorate her.
Oh, yes.
When
Lend
she's
her
like
your
pretty much
strength.
giving up. She's just giving up because like, what's the point?
What's the point?
They're
Tsubasa
all and Chris are dead. A bit, kind of, maybe.
And like, we're not dead.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, Chris, that's the thing. Chris is, again, she's working for the villain because their whole backstory, she's an orphan.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think actually that's the thing is Tsubasa, I think, is an orphan too. Well,
I can't remember.
Kanade is definitely an orphan.
Yeah, Kanade was an orphan because parents got killed by the noise.
But yeah, Chris was an orphan, and there's a whole thing there which is like, we get some of her backstory, and it's like, oh, that is very unpleasant.
Yeah.
The implication behind it is, okay, she's in chains and stuff, but it's slavery. Oh, it's not that kind of slavery.
It's trafficking.
It's the other kind, the one where.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No wonder she doesn't like adults. Yeah, because Chris hates adults.
Hates adults because look what they did to her.
Yep.
Adults did this to me.
Yep. And then, that's the other thing, is Fine's also doing weird stuff with the shocking and the...
Yes.
Yeah, Chris has been through some things.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Genjiro actually is being patient with her and just waiting. Kind of willing to just like, here's some food.
Oh, yeah.
Finds her, here's some food. What? How do I know it's not poison? You see?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's the whole thing. She's pretty much just upset, mad at everyone all the time. She's tsundere, and then she eventually starts, I'm not doing this for you. We just happen to have the same goal right now.
Yep. Very soon. But eventually she comes around.
Yeah, because the other thing is when she transforms, that's her whole thing is, because Tsubasa's got swords, Hibiki's got pile drivers, and Chris is just a walking armory.
She's got guns.
Yeah, she can summon 4 miniguns
and
just
the
fire
missile
them.
pods.
She got the missile pods she can summon. She also has like this crossbow thing with like homing arrows, and then she could take it to an extreme if she really wants to. Because at one point she has her own little particle beam cannon.
Yep,
which she uses to counteract the other one. Because yeah,
and that was another one. It's like she was upset about her song because it's all about destruction, death and destruction. She didn't like that.
Yeah. She's got it's
a rather dark song.
Yeah. But yeah, it's she finds eventually the good guys and everything, and there's a whole thing where they get their special armor at the end when Hibiki kind of comes back around, and they kind of resurrect, and then they kind of, when they do the whole thing with the moon, they're like the absurd versions of their existing powers, like Hibiki's like pile drivers are now extended like a mile behind her, and and Tsubasa's got the biggest sword you've ever seen, and Chris has got 70 billion missiles, and stuff like that. They're going overdrive and everything.
Anime over the topness, very much so.
Yeah,
it's so much.
Because the thing is, Chris is able to deflect was able to deflect the particle beam cannon, and then they blow it up, and then she's like, yeah.
Yeah, because that was the thing, because they did fire the Tower of Babel, I guess, the big tower particle cannon. They fired it at the moon, but Chris got in front of it, fired her particle cannon back, but it wasn't quite enough.
But it was able to make it miss.
Make it nick the side of the moon and take a chunk off instead of blowing the whole thing up. But she had to use her climax song to get the power, so she was supposed to be dead. She fell back to the ground, and she was dead until she got revived later on.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So she probably wasn't actually dead. Because we saw Tsubasa earlier use her climax song and almost died. And was, in the hospital bed for how many weeks? And full bandage.
Yeah, afterwards, the whole thing of her just collapsing afterwards. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they explain. The climax song, it doesn't
attack.
Kill you, but it basically removes the limiters for your power to let you just unleash everything without respect to how much it will hurt you.
Yep.
So it's likely to kill you. Yeah.
It's your climax.
Yep.
Yeah, another thing is I noticed, so like I said, there's definitely some fan servicey stuff, namely, again, the underboob. The boob socks on the outfits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Some butt shots. Nothing
egregious.
Not the worst we've seen.
I mean, just go watch Kill la Kill.
Yeah. Kill la Kill is like a worse version of it, in no sense. Yeah, that's the other thing is Chris needs to see a tailor.
I think all of them needs to see some therapy after this one.
Therapy, I said tailor.
Oh, tailor. Yeah, Chris needs a tailor.
Because I'm looking around. Apparently, Chris is like one of the more popular characters in the series.
I mean,
I think there's 4 reasons for that. Number 1, the whole walking armory thing.
Walking armory's cool.
Number 2, at the time when this came out in 2012, Cinder Rays were still fairly popular.
I mean, yeah.
They kind of fallen out of favor in recent years, but at the time they're still popular. And then reasons 3 and 4 are trying to burst out of her dress constantly.
3 and 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's part of the reason.
She's probably.
Because, I noticed she has a lot of merchandise of Chris specifically. I had to dig for a while to actually find merchandise at Hippie Key, which is like, weird. Yeah. But generally, again, it's a really fun time.
Yeah.
There's some other characters which there's a guy who's was like I don't know, assistant for Genjiro and whatnot. Yeah, Genjiro's assistants. Those guys there's a couple people who are assistants there, but they don't do much really. They're kind of there.
I think was it Shinji that was Tsubasa's manager?
Yeah, stuff like that. You also got stuff like a funny thing, Miku trying to throwing a thing at the back of the villain's head or something, trying to.
Yep.
And also kind of the weird ending of just they're pretending to be dead for a while and then they're back. And just it was such a weird thing to do.
Yeah, because you have to fight the noise.
Yep. Sorry, sorry. It's like Hibiki apologizing. Yeah, sorry. I know we went through this already. Because that's the thing. Hibiki and Miku's big spat.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not sleeping in the same bed anymore.
Oh no, that's how you know things are bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had a big old spat because Hibiki wasn't, because that was the thing. They had a thing about honesty. He's like, I'll be more honest.
I'll never lie to you.
Hibiki was disappearing for a long period of time. Miku's getting a little worried, and
yeah. There was a good reason though. She was barred from telling anyone. She couldn't. She literally couldn't.
She's like, the government literally told me I couldn't. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just because they could just come arrest me, and then I'm gone forever.
Yeah, but eventually they all got drafted anyway.
Yep.
End of the world. Threat of the end of the world kind of does that.
Yep.
Kind of hard to hide the secret when it's that big, that giant particle cannon coming out of your school.
Also, the moon just kind of piece of the moon just ripped all away. Now gone. That's the thing is.
Everyone in the world sees that one.
Yeah, that was a piece of the moon, a significant piece of the moon. That was like a good quarter of the moon?
Maybe not a quarter, but
a fifth.
A really good chunk.
It's like, that's going to have effects.
Well, especially because it got pulled closer.
Well, once that blown up, though.
Yeah.
But now that there's less moon.
Yeah, we got
that's going to mess up things like the tides. That's going to
affect the wobble.
There you go. That should mean that they're lower now overall.
Theoretically,
it'll hard. So
it'll move the barycenter closer to the center of the Earth, which means the Earth isn't going to wobble quite as much, which means there's not going to be as much of a tide effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Hibiki and Miku were supposed to go see a meteor shower, and look, they got the meteor shower. Except Hibiki's dead.
Not quite the way you were supposed to get it. But
Hibiki's dead now, except now she's not. Because the thing is, they were setting up because they're like, where's she going to die? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the death. And
There's
she's
the
not.
death.
She's alive. Because she can't die. There's a whole 4 more seasons.
4 more seasons. The rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Is every season going to be a different character or something?
Maybe.
Nope.
Who knows?
No.
Oh yeah, one more thing. The noise.
The noise themselves, yeah. It's a bunch of monsters.
They were being controlled, but they were not created by. That's one critical thing that came up. Apparently the noise is just something that happens because of humans.
Yeah.
Or something or other.
Something.
And what's her face? Naked woman, Ryoko, whatever her real name is. Like
Fine.
Yeah. Was just able to control them somewhat.
Yep.
So that's interesting.
Interesting in itself.
So even after she's gone, they still
noise are still around. It's still a problem.
And still getting worse, apparently.
Yeah, because
that was the thing. They were getting worse.
It's something to do with the bad things people do.
Yeah.
Or something.
Formed out of the negative.
The evil in man's heart.
Yeah. Yes. Some anime thing like knows. That. Yeah.
I wonder if that thing's going to come back with the whole Hibiki in the shadow form or something. Because, she got, we saw how far it went, but also, it didn't.
Yeah, it fully took over, but she pulled back from it. Especially.
Yeah, but there's the first 2 times what happened, she didn't go that far. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but then she did. But then was rescued.
Yeah.
Sort of. She rescued herself.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's Hibiki forced it. So now Tsubasa and Chris and her are now friends.
Yeah.
I also saw one of the other popular ships. Apparently, it's Tsubasa and Chris. So all right.
Well, I mean, yeah. If Hibiki and Miku are together,
and
Kanade's dead. Spares.
Kanade's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sure.
Either that or just all 4 of them.
So So this anime was done by 3 studios actually.
3 studios.
Yeah. Satellite, Encourage Films, and Studio Pastoral. So Satellite has done Macross Zero, Frontier, FB7, and Delta. Yeah, they did a lot of Macross.
A lot of Macross.
They also did Fairy Tail, Bodacious Space Pirates.
Hey, I know that one.
Log Horizon, The Disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan, and the upcoming Murcielago. And that's one of the things that people say this studio is not so good anymore. And some of the things, but they made Symphogear. Yeah, apparently all the people who made Symphogear are no longer part of the studio. It's Encourage Films have worked on Squid Girl, The Miyaka Family's Hunger, Etotama, Isekai Cheat Magician, and Chillin' in My 30s After Getting Fired from the Demon King's Army. Those are the major things. And Studio Pastoral, they haven't done a whole lot. They did, let's see, Maho Sensei Negima Mo Hitotsu no Sekai, and also that extra Maho Shoujo Yui, and also Anime Finale, and also Children of the Whales.
Children of the Whales.
And that's it. That's all they've done.
Wow.
They pretty much, most of the stuff they've done is all for one franchise, and I noticed they don't even Studio Pastoral did not even work on the later seasons of this.
Interesting.
So it's all right. Some of the voices, since we have 5 seasons, we don't have to do everyone in one go. But I'm just going to hit some of the main ones. Tsubasa Kazanari, voiced by Nana Mizuki, who also did Hinata Hyuga in Naruto. Fate/Alicia Testarossa in Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha. Riko's mom in Love Live Sunshine.
Yep.
An Takamaki in Persona 5 the animation, and Seiko Ayase in Dandadan, aka the grandma. Not Turbo Granny, the grandma.
The grandma.
The good one, not the crazy one.
Yes.
Hibiki Tachibana is voiced by Aoi Yuki, who's voiced Iris/Lilia in Pokemon. Madoka Kaname in Madoka Magica. Yeah. Diane in 7 Deadly Sins. Tsuyu Asui in /Setsuna Tokage in My Hero Academia. Tatsumaki in One Punch Man. That's the short green-haired girl that everyone seems to draw a lot of artwork of. And Azusa Aizawa in I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level. The main character.
Yep.
And Chris Yukine is voiced by Ayahi Takagaki, who's also voiced Sumika Murasame in Sasameki Koto, Kuro in Ao no Exorcist, Rika Shinozaki in Sword Art Online, Yasuko Yagashi in Akebe Maid War, and Michelle My Baby in Umumusume.
Yep.
And Ryoko Sakurai, that's the villain, voiced by Miyuki Sawashiro. And she has done a lot of things. Like, I was just like, how many? I'm just scrolling and there's it's just not ending. There's just more. I'm just scrolling for like minutes, and there's just still more.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, so some highlights from there. Suruga Kanabaru in Bakemonogatari.
Ooh.
Yomi Takanashi / Dead Master in Black Rock Shooter, the OVA / 2012 version. Celti Sturluson in Durarara. Or maybe Kelty, I'm not sure. I've never heard it out loud. Sonara Kashima and Stella Women's Academy High School Division Class C3. Remember the Airsoft one we watched?
Mm-hmm.
And Ririka and Kirari Momobami in Kakagure Twin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through here. That was so many.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
It's just...
She's done a lot.
Apparently 1999 to present.
Yeah. Like I said, done a lot. And I was like, okay, cool. I have to figure out like 5 or 6 things to pick out from here.
Basically, just throw a dartboard. You'll find something.
And that's the thing. I'm trying to at least get like major roles, if anything. I'm like, oh yeah, they played like
Pendragon from Fate Grand Order.
Yeah. So sometimes I got stuff like, yeah, they played some rando character, doesn't even have a name. It's like, I'm not gonna mention that unless it's like something we watched recently.
Yep.
As a whole, that's what I'm talking about this time. We'll come back to other characters later in later seasons because maybe they pop up more often or something.
Probably. I mean, we know 3 of them do.
Yeah, we know, yeah, we can pop up more, and then we can talk about them there because we got 4 more opportunities. Because we're going to be talking about this. Yeah, we like it a lot.
Yeah. I already revealed what our other ones will be.
Yeah, so that's it for this episode. If you liked it, you can listen to other episodes of New to Weeaboo.libsyn.com, spelled LIBSYN. If you want to, check us out there and subscribe to our RSS feed, you can also find us on various other services such as. It's a Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts. You can find us on any of those as well and subscribe or whatever. And then you can also contact us via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com if you have any comments or criticisms or whatnot, or, of course, recommendations. And, of course, if you want to follow us on any of our social media, it's all listed at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com/contact. So, yeah, that's it for August.
Yep. Yay.
September's coming, and join us next time. We'll be talking about Symphogear G.
Gee whiz.
The second season.
Yep.
Because we like it enough, we're just going to power through this.
We're just going to keep going. I want to see more. It was good.
It was good enough. We wanted to just see more. And also, it's not like Sailor Moon, which was great, but also kind of formulaic and didn't want to just subject yourself to 200 episodes. It's pretty much the same thing.
Oh, my God. Yes. This one doesn't seem like that. This one seems quite good, so... Let's keep going.
We're going to keep going. Yeah, so, take care of yourselves.
Stay cool.
Yeah, now it's not only do you not eat the lettuce, do not eat the eggs either, apparently.
Oh, great.
Salmonella.
More egg problems.
Yep. Yeah, massive egg recall in the U.S. South and Southwest due to salmonella outbreak.
Fortunately, I don't eat that many eggs.
And also, we don't live in the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep yourself safe and sane, so we'll see you next time.
Bye.